Good day, I'm Donna Cuesta, and today I will present my answers on the CC-PROFIS 10 activity on leadership. Should our Philippine national elections be tomorrow, who will you vote as our president and vice president? If the Philippine national elections will be tomorrow, I will vote Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos for president and Sara Duterte for vice president. What five reasons are your considerations in choosing the said candidates on item 1? So, why Marcos? He filed several bills in order to improve the country's education and economic growth. He became a public servant for more than 20 years, so he had faced challenges and gained various experience in serving the people and the country. He plans to develop the internet infrastructure of the country since he believes that the internet has a big impact in improving the economy. He helped modernize and transform Ilocos Norte to become an agricultural exporter and tourism hotspot. And lastly, he doesn't attack his presidential opponents. So why Duterte? She is an experienced mayor helping and guiding Davao to prosper. She proposed a policy to make military service mandatory for Filipinos, which I think will be beneficial to the country. She is a trained and experienced lawyer before she entered politics. She believes that the improvements that happened in Davao is also doable to the whole country. She has her own stand and she is very courageous. So, rating from 1 being the lowest or least and 10 being highest or most, what are your ratings to our national leaders in terms of the following? So, first, nation building. I rated 6. Our national leaders are creating plans in order to help the nation prosper and grow. But their plans can take 3 to 5 years before it takes place. Moreover, building a project also takes time because of the lack of budget or manpower. I know major infrastructure development takes time. However, they should put bigger budgets in nation building. As a third world country, nation building is important to help our economy grow. Next is foreign relations or partnerships. I also rated it 6. Our national leaders are handling the foreign affairs pretty fair. We get sufficient imports and exports. It is also best for our leaders to avoid miscommunication with other countries. Furthermore, it is the leaders' duty to promote foreign investments. With this, foreign countries can also aid in the growth of our nation. Next is disaster response, which I rate 5. As a citizen who just recently experienced the disaster of Typhoon Odette, I rate the disaster response of the leaders as 5. The last past months has been hell for me. Help from the government was very scarce and delayed. Not all of the affected received cash assistance, and on top of that, it took 2 months for our electricity to be repaired and 3 months for our internet connection to be restored. In the past months, I had to make ends meet just to comply with my online class. Next is education, which I rate 7. I was one of the first batch of the students who experienced the K 12 curriculum. Adding 2 years of high school was not entirely bad. It helped us realize what we really want and helped us prepare for college. But there are still many minor subjects in college that should have been or was already tackled in high school. It would be better if they just let the college students focus on their majors and their internships so that they can be ready to join the work industry after they graduate. Next is the research and development, which I rate 6. As a third world country, our research and development area is not yet fully advanced. They have various facilities in different fields of science and agriculture, although news about these facilities are not really widespread. They should enforce awareness all over the nation. These facilities need funding and the government should help them because what they're doing is for the economy. Next is the employment and labor, which I rate 6. Our national leaders are helping the citizens get a job opportunity by building new infrastructures. In addition, many foreign investors are building their companies here in the Philippines. But in spite of that, during the pandemic, many people lost their jobs because many can't afford a computer for a work from home setup. Also, the minimum wage for the production workers and farmers are very low. Maybe that is the reason why many people go overseas in order to work. Next is the crime management, which I rate 5. After President Duterte's war on drugs, the number of crimes decreased, but I'm still not satisfied with the crime management of our country. Not all culprits are punished from their crimes, and besides, if rich people are arrested, they can easily walk free by paying the bail. Perhaps that is the reason why politicians are not afraid to commit crimes. Next is protecting sovereignty, which I rate 6. So far, the national leaders are doing a good job in protecting the sovereignty of our country. We are not letting any foreign country look down on us or take anything from us. The national leaders of our country need to show them that they are capable of governing their own subjects. They also have to prepare for countermeasures if ever a foreign country tries to attack us. As a leader of our nation, that is their responsibility. Next is the marine biodiversity preservation, which I rate 7. The marine biodiversity preservation is strongly promoted by our national leaders. In the past years, it has been proven that dynamite fishing causes the corals and other marine species to die. That is why dynamite fishing and other harmful fishing techniques are now made illegal in order to protect marine biodiversity. They are also protecting endangered marine species that might go extinct. Us citizens can help preserve marine biodiversity as well by throwing our trashes in the garbage bins and not in the sea. So, lastly, is the level of poverty, which I rate 4. Many of the citizens of our country are living in squatters because of poverty. This is a problem that many national leaders fail to solve. As a leader, they need to develop a program or strategy in order to help and support these citizens. On the other hand, as a citizen, we need to try and find a job to make money for a living. Family planning and budgeting is also important in order to avoid or lessen poverty. What needs to be part or to be considered in order to become country's leaders? Include 5 qualifications or requirements not mentioned in the present constitution to become the country's president, vice president, or any seat, especially in the exclusive or judicial branches of the government. So, to be a leader, they must have a bachelor's degree, preferably in law, and have a license to practice. They must have a successful project that helped the economy. They must serve the country and the people wholeheartedly. They must help improve the economy of the nation. And lastly, they must avoid corruption. So, do you personally believe that a democratic country like ours has more tendency to being corrupt? Yes or no? For me, yes, it has more tendency to being corrupt. As a democratic country, we have the right to choose and elect our leaders. Before the elections, they will show the people their platforms and how they will help the economy once they get elected. So we choose the person that we think is right and capable to govern us. However, we do not know their true intentions. We do not know their ways and how they do things. Yes, we might be the one who elected them, but being corrupt is their choice. We might not know, but there is a possibility that they might be doing something shady without us knowing. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you for listening and have a good day.